Thank you. Thanks to Bob and Key Reed, the son of Harry, for being up here. We're going to move it along. We're running out of time. Harry told me I was lucky enough to be there for that interview, and he made a point of telling me to make sure that you tell this next young man that I want to meet him. I haven't met him yet. And he is here, this next young man that I'm referring to welcome in Chris Byrd to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And they know each other intimately, pugilistically speaking, having fought in 2002. He's born in 1962 in Atmore, Alabama. Tremendous amateur career that ended with a bronze medal at the '84 Games. He turned pro at age 21 as a cruiserweight. The following year, after only 11 pro fights, he would win the cruiserweight world title, defeating Dwight Mohamed Kwawi after 15 pitched rounds. He would go on to become an undisputed cruiserweight champion over the next few years before beefing it up a little bit to join the big boys of boxing in the heavyweight division. The rest is simply history. October the 25th, 1990, a third-round KO of James Buster Douglas to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. He would go on to become the only four-time heavyweight champion of the world. And along the way, he would conquer the likes of George Foreman, Larry Holmes, Riddick Bowe, and even Iron Mike Tyson. He's called it a day. I think he's called it a day, unless he tells me he's making another comeback. He will someday be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He finished his remarkable career with a record of 57 fights, 49 wins, 29 KOs, 2 draws. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Hotlanta, USA, I give you the former cruiserweight and the former 4-time undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Give it up for the real deal, Evander Holyfield.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to present this award to the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, Chris Byrd. And I really like Chris Byrd because Chris, he did it with his family. You know, his parents and stuff coached him, and I realized when you do it with your family, you know, I'm telling. There's a lot of encouragement in all this because I never would have made it if it wasn't for my mama. And so, you know, Chris had his mom and dad, and so when he asked me to do this, I was honored to do it, and I would like to say, Chris, you know, for you being your size, you know, because I would consider the small guy, and you know, then when I fight Chris hands, he has these fast hands. He's the only guy that can hit me with them shots. So I'm honored to present this and say, thank you, Chris, and don't nobody know what it is to be 2-time. I mean, it's hard to be 1, but 2-time, you good, Chris. I welcome you, Chris.
And I take the mic off. I'm so honored to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'd like to thank all the voters. I mean, this is a great honor. At heavyweight, really? Layman, really? Man, my journey to heavyweight was crazy. It was, I never wanted to be a heavyweight. It's crazy. I'm an Olympic silver medalist that nobody really wanted. I had no promoters offer me anything. And if it weren't for my brother Patrick going out soliciting and finding a guy that owned a laminating business. And with my father, they started a promotional bootleg promotional company called Knockout Promotions. I didn't get paid my first 2 fights. Now, mind you, I'm an Olympic silver medalist. I followed every Olympic silver medalist since my 92 Olympics. Everybody got signed, they do well, they got promotion, managerial behind them. I had nothing. I'm fighting in a freaking nightclub with 250 people, Olympic silver medalists, at heavyweight. I went to heavyweight because nobody wanted me. And I'm like, really? Nobody really, I want a freaking silver medal. But my whole goal was, if I go to heavyweight, which people said either you courageous or crazy. I mean, it's got to be either one. So I went to heavyweight in a big boy era. I wanted to fight all of them. Klitschko, I wanted to fight the big 7-foot value of, I didn't care. And it was hard for me to stay at heavyweight. I trashed my body to get there. I didn't use any PEDs. I didn't have any money or anything. I just wanted it bad. But for me, fighting at heavyweight and looking at a heavyweight, I look at Layman Brewster, I walk behind him. That's my cousin. Thank goodness he's my cousin. I praise the Lord that he's my cousin because I don't have to fight him. I tell family, man, you better not hurt me. Man, I didn't want to fight at this weight. And I look at these big heavyweights. Every time I get in the ring, I look across the ring and go, damn. That's why when I come out, I go this way, then I curve. Because I don't want to get hit with that big punch, the first one. And now all of a sudden, I got to go into my bag of tricks the whole fight. I'm walking on a tightrope for 12 freaking rounds, fighting these big monsters. I mean, and it was a major challenge. Fighting Evander Holyfield. I followed Evander Holyfield. I was like, man, that's the dude. He came up from a small weight class. He won titles. I was like, okay, I can do that. So I sized Evander Holyfield up at the Olympics. Him and Pernell Whitaker came up to me after my quarterfinal fight. And they were like, wow, you remind me of Michael Nunn. I'm sizing Evander up like this. Man, if I ever be a heavyweight, which I thought I never would be, I think I can whoop this man. I mean, he a big, strong dude, but I think I can whoop him. My wife could tell you, I get in the mirror and be like, am I getting big, baby? Do I look like Holy? I wanted to be Holy. And in the heavyweight, I call it the big 3. Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. I wanted to fight the big 3. I'm crazy. I'm like, I want to feel Mike Tyson power. I wanted to challenge Lennox Lewis. He's a tall guy. Let me see if I can frustrate him. And then Evander Holyfield with 2 little guys. Let's fight. I get in the ring with Evander Holyfield. Well, let me back up a little bit. Before I got in the ring with Evander Holyfield at the weigh-in, it's crazy. Everybody in my crew, which is that table right there, table 7, I'm gonna point them out. They're all over there getting a Evander Holyfield autograph. I'm like, really? Really? I'm fighting for the heavyweight title against Evander Holyfield and you getting his autograph? And then I heard my brother say this, man, I hope you do well tomorrow, man. I hope you kill it. Dude, he fighting me. Crazy. But anyway, heavyweight is the ultimate ride when you're not a heavyweight. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm in fights. I'm fighting freaking Vitaly Klitschko 10 days notice. I take it. I've never seen him fight before. One thing about him, he's 28-0 with 28 knockouts at the time I fought him. I'm like, really? Dang, 28 knockouts? Man, I don't have a chance. This 10 days notice, I get in the ring, the crowd start laughing. What boxer in here, you know, anybody ever laugh when you got in the ring because you're too small? They laughing at me. my whole thing was if I last 4 rounds, it's on. And sure enough, in the 4th round, I hear the crowd say, "Cadiz, Byrd, Cadiz." I'm like, really? I'm the Black Rocky over here. What? They cheering for me. And it was a great experience fighting these big monsters. I mean, it's a great experience. It took a toll on my body. I have nerve damage. I needed both my shoulders replaced. I got my hip replaced. I needed my other hip replaced, but I got my brain. But it's all from, damage to boxing. I'm healing up now. I'm doing well. And I'm so excited. I'm just so excited, to be in a Hall of Fame. This is a great weekend to be a Hall of Famer with the crowd, everybody coming out. Hey, I'm going crazy. I'm like, man, this is my time. I don't want to get off the stage because this is my time. I may never come back here again. Let's go. Let's get excited. May never do it again. So for me, I love it. I can't believe I won 2 heavyweight titles. Really? I sit with guys, I'm standing next to the heavyweights up here, and I'm like, man, I'm part of this crowd. This little dude. I got a little man mentality to a big man mentality. Now I'm back to a little man mentality. I'm back to the weight I was when I was an amateur, 165 pounds. I was diseased and fat and crazy at heavyweight, and now I'm back fresh. I feel good, feeling too good to be true. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Boxing is the greatest sport ever, and I want to give a shout out to Layman Brewster. I'm telling you, I just did 10 years of pain. Like I just listed off all my pain, and it all came. And Layman was one of the people that called me in a time where I was in major depression, basically suicidal. He one of them. That's my brother. I give a shout out also to Shannon Briggs, and I'm gonna say it. He introduced me to marijuana. Woo! Saved my life. I can't take prescription drugs. So that, for the pain, I had a hip replacement. I smoked weed all day because of the pain. I had to do it. So that's one thing. I give a shout out to my brother Patrick. I became something because of him, because he went out and asked the man, could you give us some money? We try to live, some money, and now I'm boxing. And he went out, that day he asked me, he had some flyers. He said, man, I'm gonna go out and ask for some money, man. We struggling. I'm gonna ask these businesses. And I was too embarrassed, because I'm like, most of the people we go ask, they were at the airport when I came home from the Olympics. I don't want to be asking them for no money. He went out and asked, and the guy said, I can put some shows on for you, and bam, we're boxing. What? And now my career is getting started. I may have went the journeyman route, but I made it to the highest level. Oh, man, I thank God for it. Hey, before I stop, Table 7, like my family there, my son Justin helped me out so much in my state of just depression and being down in pain. Everybody there, Mitch and Mary, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, I give a shout out to them. The whole team, even the strangers at the table, I don't even know them. Shout out to them. It's 2 of them. I give a shout out to them. They at my table. And last but not least, man, my wife. Ooh. It's almost, no words. Man, if it weren't for her, for most men, if it weren't for your wife, where you gonna be? You'll be lost. You can't find your way home because without your wife, she know the GPS better than you. No, but for my wife, she does everything for me. She's my brain. She didn't even I don't have to go to the doctor. All she gotta do is talk to the doctor and tell him all my ailments. I don't gotta be there. I'm like, but I'm hurt. She's like, no, I'll go for you. Really? She know me that well. And she helped me out so much in boxing. She will be getting, she is really the Yo Adrian. Yo Adrian. She's still right. she right by me. And I give her all the credit. Whoa. I got 2 mics. Yeah, I can do it. You know, I'm back. Hey, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, it's great.
Thank you, Chris. Wow, that was great. I feel like saying this portion brought to you by medical marijuana.